Hello everyone. So in this session we will learn about the set driven key inside Maya 2018. So let's get continue. Now what is set driven key? If I will select this box and will make this box here, and if I will select this cylinder and make it over here, so as you can see we have make a box and a cylinder. Okay, so in animation panel you have a key, and in this key you have set driven key option. So I will go to set. Okay, here is the two features, which is the driver and the driven. The thing which would be parent, that means if this will move automatically it will affect. So the parent object, which is the driver, and the children object, which is the driven, that means parent will move and the children will change according to the parent. So the parent would be the driver and the children would be the driven. So one more thing we have to understand here is, if I go to channel box, okay, so as you can see we have two objects. If I move in this direction, which is translate x, as you can see here, so if you want to rotate in any value, you just have to select that value, or if you want to move in any value, you have to select that value, or even if you want to scale, you have to focus on that value. So what else we have to do? Just select the box, or at first just select all of them, go to modify, and here you have the freeze transform. So it will allow you to just freeze your whole set of transform, and just select this box and will load as a driver. Select this uh, cylinder, load as driven. Okay, so we have two things: load driver, the PQ, which is the driver, and the cylinder, which is the driven. Okay, so you can also change as you need the driver this, and to driven this one you can change. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just select this box. If I want to move in translate x, you can see here it will move to translate y. Okay, so if this will move to translate x, and then it will move to translate y. So what I will do, I will just select this box. At first I will select translate x, and I will select this cylinder, I will select translate y. Then what I will do, just click here and just move here and just move here and key it. Okay, so if this will move up here, then it will just control C, just move up here, key. Now as you can see, if I select this, it will go up, it will go down. Okay, so like this way you can have the animation. So let's discuss this again. So I will just go to new scene, do not save, and we'll make a box and a sphere. So I will select this box. If I move this box in Z direction, our sphere will just increase the size. Okay, so we'll select both of them, modify and freeze transform. Select this box and we'll go to key, or you can deselect any of them, it doesn't matter. So go to key, set driven key, set as selecting the box, load driver, select the sphere, load driven. Okay, so we'll select this, we'll move to Z axis, we'll turn this to 0. So I will select translate C of the cube, and we'll select this one, and we'll select all of them. Okay, so at first I will select this and select this and just key it, and after that when it moves here, then automatically the size changes, key. Okay, then when it moves over here, as you can see, the size is getting changed. So this is the process of set driven key. It's very simple. You have to select the driver at first and the driven. After that you just have to work for the same. Suppose one more example I want to show you. I will make a dummy model of a car. Okay, that's a dummy model, and we'll go to this view and just drag a cylinder, and sorry, so we'll put it here. Okay, control D, we'll put it here. We'll select all of them, control D, we'll select, and we'll move it here. We'll select all of them, control G. Now it's been grouped. You can see it's been grouped. So now I have a barricade which is will be here. So I will change it to pivot. By pressing D, you can change a pivot, and we'll put it over here so that it will just open when the car passes. Okay, so move it again. Check mode, press D. Okay, fine. So as you can see, it will rotate from here. So now you will go to window, and here you have the outliner. We'll select the group 1, and as first we'll go to the driven key set. Okay, so we'll road driver, and we'll select this cube load driven, and after that what happens, see, if I select this car and just select this one, and we'll what else we have to do, just have to rotate, but at first we have to just freeze the transformation, select all of them, modify, freeze, transform. Okay, so now as you can see, if I rotate this, our rotate X is changing. So rotate X for the cube, and if I select this group and will move here, rotate translate X is changing. Okay, so we'll select translate X, we'll select this part and key it. Okay, after that when it moves to here, and then it will just go up to here. So I have selected this part and just move it here and just key it. Okay, so now what happens, if I select this group and will move to the backward, I will just have this animation and just move it here. Okay, so and when it goes here, and then it will just come to here. Okay, so we'll key it again. Now as you can see, we'll select this group, we'll move it here. These parts need to be worked, but it's quite well, because you have to understand the concept behind the set driven key. And okay, so it's collapsing here, no problem, we'll just move it somehow here. When you're modeling, you have to just take the things like it would be perfect, so that it will not collapse with each other. Okay, so right now I will show one more example. So new scene, do not save. Now I will make some random boxes, and this would be the boxes. Okay, so I will select this, control D, and will move here, shift D will repeat the result. So I have formed the boxes here, and will just move it here. And what I will do, will go to modify and will center pivot it. Okay, so each and every box has its own pivot which is lying in the center. Now I will just select a particular one box only, and now this would be the driver and all of them will be the driven. So right now we will not group this because I need this manual kind of animation, as you can see. Okay, so we'll select all of them and we'll go to the modify and have freeze transform. Will turn the value with 0 and we'll select this box, and what else we have to do, key, set driven key and set. Okay, so now we have this box and uh, it's here, and what we have to do, so at first I have to load this as a driver and just select all of them and will load this as a driven. Okay, so right now if I select this box, if I move here, then you can see translate Z is changing. So I will select the translate Z of the box, and if I just select this and just rotate it, as you can see rotate Y is changing. So we'll select all the cubes by holding shift and rotate Y. So as you can see our rotate Y is changing, so 0. Right now what else we have to do, just select this key and we'll select this box, we'll move it here, select this boxes and just rotate this and key. Okay, so right now you have an animation, as you can see. So when it goes here it will change like and key. So as you can see it's working quite well. So you can also add the rotation at the y axis of the box and it will just turn like this, okay, in the x, y and z direction. So it depends on you. So as you have idea about the driven key, and you can set some sort of small objects and just use the set driven key. So I think you have understand quite well. You have to just do the practice with different objects, and let's switch to the next session. Hi everyone, so in this session we will make the car, and also we will use dummy model of a car and just use the set driven key for that particular one. So what I will do, I will just make a box, so like this. So this would be my car and I will just change little bit of it, will not work in this. So what I will do, I just change a little bit of the shape of the car. So as you can see I'm just putting a very dummy model, and also just going to face, we'll select that face and we'll press shift and extrude the same. So I have this car which is a dummy model. So I will just select a cylinder and we'll put it somehow over here, we'll decrease the size, we'll put out somehow here and we'll just, okay. Now what I will do, I will just go to the subdivision axis, we'll put 12 because we don't require so much. We'll just control D, duplicate the same and just put it over here. Okay, as you can see we are forming the 4 tires of the car and just put it over here. So now our car is been ready. So you can use your own high poly car, detailed car, but for reference purpose I'm just showing in this one. Okay, so I will select all the model and we'll go to window, and at first we'll go to delete by type history because don't require any type of history. And now we'll select the car, we'll move to the grid and just control G for group, as we have grouped the car. And now what else we have to do, we'll just select the car and go to window and modify, and here we have freeze transform, so all the coordinates will be 0. So after freeze transform we'll go to window and open the outliner because we have to select the group of the car, and we'll just move it somehow here. Okay, no, I think there would be fine because we have the 0 transform values and rotation and X scale. So right now I will just go to the animation tab. In animation tab, as we have discussed here in the key particular key node, we have set driven key option. So we will go to set and we'll take the model, the whole car model, and we'll put a load driver. Okay, and we'll take these four, you can say, the cylinder, and will load as the driven. Okay, so as you can see, if I just click the group and just move it forward, our translate z value is changing. So I will put it 0 and will open it. So I will just select translate z value of the group. Now if you select any of the tire and just rotate, as you can see, rotate x is changing. Okay, so what else we have to do? Just open the outliner and just select all the tires by holding shift. So rotate x is changing. So now what else we have to do is select the car. Okay, key, translate z key, and we'll move forward. Okay, now we'll select the cylinders and we'll move to uh, 360 and key. So if I go here and just select the group only, what else we have? As you can see, the tires is moving quite well, but at a certain time it's just get off. As you can see, the animation getting off, and here it's the blank, it's not rotating here. So at first it's rotating, and after a certain time it's going to forward, it's also blocked. So we have to fix this. Okay, so how we can fix it? So we don't require this driven key right now because all the things has been at its position. So I will just open the outliner as well. So just put it over here, and we'll just need to continue this rotation of the tire. So what else we have to do? We'll just select the car, and we'll select the tires one by one by holding shift. And here in the display panel, I think in the window, yeah, sorry, so in the window panel you have the animation editor. So in animation editor you have graph editor. So here is the graph editor. As you can look at your graph, it's kind of slope forming your in this graph. So we don't require this slope because it's a constant motion of the tire. So we just required to just select the points, both of them. And what else we have to do? We'll go to the tangent and we'll set it to linear. As you can see, now it's forming yeah, a kind of linear motion because it doesn't have any type of curve on ease and ease out. So right now we have changed it to linear, and by changing linear, what else we have to do? You have the curves option here, and in curves option you have pre-infinity. So in pre-infinity you will set to cycle with offset. That means it will continue its rotation and movement. Okay, and in post infinity, cycle with offset. That means we have selected pre infinity and post infinity both. So I will minimize this for a time and just select the group and just move forward. Let's see it's happening or not. Yeah, as you can see, the tires are rotating quite well, and you can work it according to your needs. See, now you can have a normal animation with the help of a car, or you can also use small objects and just link it out in the set driven key option, and you can have a complicated animation as well by following small objects, link it one by one, and just have a good and complicated. That means you have to understand the concept of set driven key, and also you have to just work with many other models like inorganic and all. So hope you enjoyed this session, and you can also use your own car. I have just used this dummy model, but the concept is clear and you can just replace this one for your high model car. So let's continue to the another session.